It's time for me to tell my story. I'm just joking.
Oh, you know you want my love, baby. You got me twisted.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tamara. If you're new here, my channel primarily consists of beauty, a little bit of fashion, and a little bit of lifestyle. I'm using a mic again today. We're gonna hope that it works. This is my current home setup. I have half a charged camera battery. I literally charged everything except for the camera, so wish me luck. So we are going to speed through this. It is a new year. There has been new makeup releases. I told myself that I'm on a no spend, which I am on a no spend, but there's a few things that have been sitting, and there are a few things, honestly, like one thing that I saw that I was like, I gotta try that. So let's get ready for dinner and talk a little bit of new makeup and talk about how the new year has started. It's only been like 2 weeks, but we're off to a start. I low-key would love to be listening to some music right now because like doing your makeup while in silence is not fun. We're starting off with the Fenty Beauty primer. This has been my go-to. It is the Grip Trip. It's hydrating, which I need so bad right now. My skin, I know I've mentioned it in previous vlogs, but my skin vlogs, yeah. I know I've mentioned in previous vlogs, but my skin is, it's not good. It's not good. So I'm gonna go to a dermatologist because I have no idea why my skin is so dry. So that's one of my New Year's things that I need to try and accomplish is to get a dermatologist. Never had one before, but that's the first time for everything, right? Going in with my brow gel that I actually need to get a new one. The fact that it's on empty lets me know that I actually really like this product. I think I've used this on my channel, but I've used it maybe in like a shorter form video, but been using this HUDA color corrector. It is very pigmented. You do have to be careful with how much you use. We're gonna blend this out very quickly because we have like 30 minutes to get ready. I definitely put out a little too much. Going in with the Patrick Ta foundation because this is my go-to right now. I don't know that I probably need this much, but we're gonna do it anyways. It's actually a lot darker than I recall. Like, that doesn't look like my shade right now, but we're gonna make it work. We're using a lot of products that it should work. I really like it because it's like, look at my skin. It looks like a glazed donut. I like that look. I do bring it down with like the powder that I use, which the powder and setting spray are the two new things that we are trying today. We will get to that when we actually are on that part of the video. For now, we're just gonna blend out our foundation and move as quickly as we can. I think this is either my first or second video in this setup, and I feel like I've kind of figured it out. I have a light on top of the camera. I ordered a new one as opposed to like behind, but please do let me know what you think of this setup. It's hard enough for me to get behind this camera these days just because like life has been lifing. I'm sure for like everybody life has been lifing, but life has been lifing. We're gonna do concealer next. I actually wanted to use my Pat McGrath, but I can't find the other one. And I'm jumping all over the place. JK, I found it. Makeup is still all over the place. I was gonna use the ABH. I am going to use my Pat McGrath for concealer. This is not new. I just got newer things of it because my other ones had expired. I used it in 23 and 19. If you're not paying attention to anything, I don't know if you're not paying attention to anything really makes sense. Does that make sense? No, because there's a lot of things happening in the world right now, particularly in America. But if you're not paying attention to like beauty stuff, which I guess, why would you be? Even just like making this video feels a little strange because like there is so much going on in the world and you're talking about the new beauty products that you like. Let's be for real. But there also has to be like a balance, right? Of like not constantly being in the things and in the news and seeing what's going on. I'm not trying to get like in too deep because who even knows what's happening these days? I mean, we do, but we don't. But like freedom of speech definitely is not a real thing currently. So I don't know, how are y'all handling life things? A lot of things are popping off right now in my home state. Minneapolis is where I went to school for undergrad. I spend like majority of my time in Minneapolis. So it's just crazy to see all of this happening, but the writing is on the wall. So I think that's where I will park that conversation. But I hope everybody is finding ways to keep themselves at peace because life is just a lot. On a lighter note, I'm sure I'm one of the only people that like really be on like paying attention to what's going on in the makeup world, but Pat McGrath is selling, is up for sale. What does that mean for the brand? I would actually like to know as well. There is a sale going on. There's been several sales going on. I just have not been buying as much because makeup isn't that exciting right now. But Pat McGrath does have a sale going on. It is up for sale. I have no idea what that means for the brand. So I'm just trying to get like the things that I really like before there's like a rebranding and making products that aren't of the original. That's very much so my skin tone, which is interesting. Pro tip for getting makeup, I barely get it full price. Like there's always a sale. There is always a sale. Keep an eye out for the sales. Ulta has really good deals. There's always like 20% off, $10 off, 40. Prestige is included. Fragrances are included. If you are in the market to get makeup, which like, how many people are in the market to get makeup right now because of all of the things? If you are in the market to get makeup, then that is what I would recommend, is just waiting for a sale because they always go on sale. Pat McGrath is having a big one. I would definitely recommend checking that out because I love her products. Love her products. Some of my favorite. I guess I'm just gonna do a powder blush. I've been trying to think of what I actually want to do with my makeup today, and I actually have no idea. We are winging it because one thing I'm gonna do is do everything at the last minute. Kim and I have not seen each other probably since before the holidays, I want to say. Was it Christmas or was it Thanksgiving? We did hang out at some point in December, I think. But yeah, we haven't hung out, caught up since the new year. So this is us hanging out and catching up for the new year. You know, I feel like when I first came here, like that's not a thing that would be happening for me, is like someone reaching out to me like, hey, let's hang out, let's catch up. But now I feel like I'm kind of getting into the swing of things. Like I have people that I can reach out to and be like, hey, I saw this party on Posh and it looks like it would be fun. Do you want to go? Let's get brunch. Let's get dinner. So that's been refreshing, and that has been nice because I think I've said it and I will continue to say it. Making friends as an adult is so unnecessarily hard. I feel like everybody wants community, but no one really wants to put in the work to build said community. I'm ready to put in the work. I will text first. I will text multiple times. If you don't answer me at some point, I'm gonna stop texting, but yeah, I'm ready to put in the work. I'm trying to build community because like things are way too tough for us to be able to go through this life alone. Community is vital. So that's all blended out. Let's get into the new stuff. Like I said, I'm on a no spend. I actually have not bought that much stuff recently. I've been doing very well. Goals for the new year are always get my finances right, weight stuff, making sure I'm consistent in the gym, trying to eat healthy. And this year we're going for Project Empty. Project Empty? Project Empty. This year we're trying to use the products that we have, empty those out before we get new stuff. I'm off to like a pretty good start, minus this Huda Beauty Pressed Powder that they just came out with. I love me some Huda. I feel like there's a little controversy around that right now because of some of the choices that she has been making brand-wise. But Huda's honestly one of my favorite brands, and like, I had to try the pressed powder. I got it in banana bread. Last time they released it, I got it in the pink. It was like a glittery, interesting situation. So I think this one's supposed to be better. So we're gonna go press powder and then we're gonna loose powder. The way that I usually do makeup review videos is I try to not change too many things. I try to use majority of the same products that I'd always use, and then try like the new thing to see if that's the thing that's working or not working. But I've had the setting spray that has been sitting here for months. At this point, I can't even return it if I don't like it. So like I said, it's hard for me to sit down and do this. So we're gonna try it today. That's the plan. Setting spray and powder is actually like two very big things to try, but we move. I do like the packaging a lot more on this one. This seems like easier to carry around. There is a mirror. I don't think there was a mirror on the last one. I don't use it, so I can't remember, but I don't think there was a mirror in the last one. I got this in banana bread. Last time I got in cherry blossom. Banana bread is more functional for me, so that's what we're gonna use. We're using a sponge. Let's do this. Hello. All right, so under eye here, you see little creasy creases. Not as much creasy crease. Definitely blurring. I think that's what it says it does. Let's read the claims. It's talc and fragrance free. It's an airbrush matte finish, blurs and sets. Use powder puff to swirl on pan and gently tap under the eye, T-zone, or anywhere you want to set. And that it does. It is definitely an airbrush matte finish. So this is the eye with it. I haven't done a review in so long, so I don't even know if I know how to do this anymore. But this is the side with, this is the side without. You can definitely see the mattifying. I feel like you can definitely see the airbrush. There's been a big theme of like airbrush everything, blur everything this past season with makeup. Makeup is honestly also, yeah, that looks good. I'm not surprised because the loose setting powder from her, one of my favorites. I don't use it as much anymore, but this is pretty. I would expect nothing less from Huda. So this is what my face looks like with the powder. I think it looks very good. Banana bread was a great choice. Kunafa is maybe one of the other ones that I would use, but I liked what I used. My face is looking good so far. My main things that I love about doing my face, powder and bronzer. This is not my favorite bronzer, but I actually don't mind it. I feel like what I always do when I review stuff is I will not watch the reviews until I try it myself, because I want to form my own opinion instead of like going off of the opinions of what I've heard from others. So there's not like also an expectation as to how it's gonna wear. And I feel like people have said this is like patchy. I haven't experienced that. I like it. I've actually used it like quite a bit and I like it, but everybody's skin is not the same. Makeup does not work the same for everybody. So take that as is. Just because something works for one person does not mean it's going to work for the other person. That doesn't per se mean that it's a bad product. It just might not be the product for you. I'm crossing my fingers that this is going to be a good face. I feel like sometimes I freak out too much when I film and I add way too much stress, and it should really just be like this fun thing that I'm doing. So then sometimes the makeup just doesn't come out, but we're making good time, which is a plus. And we're trying to enjoy ourselves. Can't forget the loose setting powder, obviously using the Makeup by Mario. Because what did I say? We are on the road to Project Empty. So that's even like body products too. Like I have to finish my body butters that I currently have before I move into any new ones that I've been seeing. Everybody's talking about Sinclair. I obviously want to try it because everybody's talking about it and I've been easily influenced, but I'm almost done with my Josie Moran, so I'm gonna work through that first and then we'll see what them other body butters are talking about as well. We're going more Pat McGrath. Usually my makeup ends up looking pretty light, so I've been using this more, but I'm wondering, just kidding, I'm changing my mind. We're gonna use my Fenty one, which is a little bit lighter, because lately my makeup has actually been coming out really dark and I don't know what I'm wearing. And if my chest is showing, like just like my neck area, then it kind of looks crazy when my face is like super dark and my makeup is like light. So we're gonna do this instead. This is getting close too, but I've also had this for years. But the stuff that I've had for years, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna do it. I wanna say part of the reason that I also am not like, so let me go and buy the latest makeup drop is because nothing has really been that exciting in makeup. I feel like for like the last year, there's maybe been like a few things here and there that I'm like, I would like to try that. But for the most part, I feel like makeup has been pretty boring. There's been a lot of sales because obviously like people aren't buying makeup. Like people don't have food to put on their table. So makeup is not the priority. Even when there are sales, I just like go on the side and I'm just like, I don't really need anything, which is refreshing because there's a time where I wanted to try everything, but nothing's really been that exciting for me to even buy. So I just haven't been focused on doing that. I've been focused on, I guess, surviving. Try not to spend as much like senseless money, but also still trying to enjoy the things that I enjoy. So yeah. Do y'all feel the same about like buying stuff like makeup, clothes, perfume, stuff like that? Do you feel like I don't really need this, so I'm not really buying it, or it's not really exciting me? Or are you keeping on with keeping on? Comment down below, let me know. I did get this. It was on a sale. It was on a sale and it was last year, so I don't know if it counts for my no spend. I did get this because it was on sale, and I I actually used it, I think, in my New Year's video. Hopefully by the time that you see this, you will have saw that. I'm struggling with editing these days. That's my own problem. But I really liked like these gold things. Thank you so much for articulating yourself so well. I thought I could pull some looks together. We're going pretty simple because like I said, I don't know what I'm wearing. We're gonna go in favor first, packing that into the crease. I feel like I've been real sloppy with my eyes lately, so I'm trying to be more careful about how I do my eye makeup because my camera is on the verge of dying. I did make it pretty far before we got to this point, but I'm gonna try charging it for like a little bit and then I'm gonna check back in. By that time, my eye makeup should be done. Hopefully this is charging. My makeup came out so well. The things that I used while I was away, Cover FX in the color Mauve, Moja. I might add just like a little bit of gleam with my finger. Like I never really got the like over blushing thing. Not like I didn't get it, but I was like, I don't think it's really gonna look that good on me. I've tried it a couple times, but with this pink, it just pulls it together. Like I can like flush into here and it doesn't look like, I almost look like Barbie doll-ish. I don't know if I like that idea completely, but like, I feel like I pulled it together. We use this for mascara. Is there anything else that I used? And then this for powder to like pull everything together. So now it's time to set the face. I'm gonna do my lip after because I don't actually know what I'm wearing. So this has been sitting for a minute. It is the Pat McGrath Long Wear Blurring Setting Powder, Setting Spray. Pat McGrath, so I was like, bruh, it has to work. So fingers crossed, this is the setting spray that we're using tonight. I'm gonna set my face, I'm gonna change, come back, and then I need to call my Uber because I have to go because my dinner reservation is in less than 30 minutes. It's definitely like a mist. We're gonna let this dry. We're gonna change, and we're gonna check back in, and we're gonna see what the face is looking like. You know, it is kind of nice that I was able to like do my makeup on my own for a little bit because I got to listen to music. Sometimes the silence is just like very annoying. So yeah, check in a little bit. My makeup came out a little dark, so we're gonna fix that a little bit. I do like, in general, setting spray. I don't know that it's any better than anything else that I've ever used, only because like, I'm not like looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, my makeup looks fantastic. I think my makeup looks fantastic because I put that on. I think that's what it is. Now that the blush is like really settled in though, it's a lot. I definitely over blushed. I'm running late, so I'm trying to get out of here. So let's put on a little lip and let's get out of here. Because my makeup does come up a little bit darker, I will use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in a lighter shade than what the one size is to see if I can like get it to not look so dark. All right, I might spray a little bit more. Who I'm going to dinner with has not answered me yet. We'll just do a pink because who has time for anything else? I had actually lost like all of my brown liners at some point, so I'm happy that I found something. We're gonna go this for the gloss. And this is the final look. I'm gonna straighten my hair a little bit more, but I have to go because she said how late. That means that she's not happy with me. Definitely recommend this. This I feel like you can pass on, but I'm gonna see how this wears the remainder of the evening and I will give you a better update. Quick and easy, in and out. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try and stay consistent this year. I'm really gonna try and stay consistent this year because I have all these things I need to use and y'all need to learn about them too. So everybody take care of themselves because we in the Wild Wild West now and who knows what's about to happen next. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on my next one. Okay, this is my face. 4 hours later? 4 hours later. I'm tired, so I made it home for 2. That's all that matters. My makeup held up pretty well. I don't think I have any complaints. Like I said before, love the powder. Setting spray, I mean, my makeup held up well. Like, I don't feel like it really like fell apart a ton. So, do I feel like it's like better than the Vanessa Marix? I don't think so, because I think when I first tried the Janata Myris, I was like, wow, this is gorgeous. But when I tried this, I was like, this is nice. So powder for sure. This is a keeper. If I could return it, I would return it, but I will continue to use it. I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep. I don't know who I think I am these days, staying out as late as I do, but I'm in a new city, so I guess these are the things you have to do. So these are the things you have to do. That doesn't make sense. These are the things I'm going to do to be more social. But for real this time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.